Welcome to our first Meet the Author video for our wonderful new book, Channeled Soul Messages. This has been the most exciting project, and I'm absolutely delighted to have four of us, key players in the creation of this book, and also authors. But first, I would love to introduce you to Kim Chamberlain, who was the very person who initiated the collection of people to write this book and to get it off the ground. And Kim, thank you so much. I think this is going to have a remarkable impact on the people who read the book. And so just thank you so much. Going to introduce you, ask you to tell us a little bit about what inspired you to write the book. But if you can hold on a minute while I pin you so that people can just see you and not all of us. Okay, right, you are pinned now.
Oh, thanks, Susie. So how it came about was part of my life purpose is to set things up that didn't exist before, bring people together to produce something that's of benefit to the community. And I've been very fortunate. I've been able to do that in a range of ways throughout my life. And about 10, 11 years ago, I started to learn how to channel. And on top of that, I've written a number of books. So when the organisation Spiritualism New Zealand contacted me a few years ago and asked me to run a workshop for them, I said, what would you like me to run it on? And they said, well, ask Spirit. So I did. And Spirit instantly said, we want you to use what you've been developing over the years and to bring through a small group of people who can channel information for a little booklet. So I did that, and that worked well. So we did it again. And then last year, Spirit said, right, okay, now it's time to do the book. Bring together some experienced channelers and all of you channel a book together so we can get our messages out into the world. So I set up a Facebook group called Experienced Channelers and invited people to join me on this book, and have been amazed at how 6 wonderful women have come together to work on this book project with me. It's been wonderful.
And it's a very exciting book. I can imagine that there are a few people who have no idea what channeling means. Could you just, I don't know, a little potted version of what channeling is? Yeah.
What is channeling? So channeling is a natural way of gaining information from something other than your conscious mind. And I see it a bit like radio waves. There's a whole range of radio stations broadcasting at the moment, but we don't hear them because we're not tuned in. And channeling is something similar. It's a way to tune into the amazing knowledge and wisdom that's out there from our higher selves, our guides, angels, other beings. There's a whole range of knowledge and wisdom that we can tap into. And so the 7 of us who've channeled the book have tapped into different types of wisdom that's available out there. So that's my potted version of what channeling is.
And it really is a helpful one. Well, Kim, thank you so very much for everything you've done. And we look forward to finding out what Spirit tells you to do next. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. And now I'm really excited to introduce you to Christina, who is a wonderful woman. I know her well, and she has a real heart-centered gift. And I just want to ask you, Chris, whatever inspired you to join this project? And I'm going to pin you so that people don't have to look at us, they can just look at you. So you are pinned now. Thank you. Thank you. So what inspired you to join us?
Thanks, Susie. Well, I joined the Channel Spirit Facebook group, and part of the invitation through there was to join together and write a book. And I'd recently been doing some channeled writing with another friend, and just the feelings that you get when you are channeling is just so beautiful. And the thought of being able to come together with 6 other lovely channels just really inspired me to come and help spread what messages are being channeled at this time, where a lot of people seem to be struggling with what is going on with all the different energies and crazy things that are going on around the world. So this was a really lovely opportunity to just come together and write a book and see what Spirit did bring through and what needed to be shared at this time.
Oh, thank you. That's absolutely so true. And your section is quite phenomenal, really is a beautiful side. You chose, I don't know if you chose, but you were given certainly the heart chakra to relate your responses to. So I don't know if people understand what chakras are. Could you just give us a quick potted version of what chakras are and how you use the heart chakra to build that channel for the work that you've done?
Sure, yes. So we've done the book based on the 7 foundation chakras, starting at the root or the base chakra, which is our very grounding. And then we work our way up through to the crown chakra, which is very spiritual connection. So the idea of the book is to help people to raise their vibration as they're reading this book, starting with a very grounding, working their way up. And the chakras are a lovely way of clearing your energy in your body. Sometimes they may get blocked, and when they're blocked, you may have various different symptoms, which this book covers. It has various blockages that may be occurring if a certain chakra is blocked, and tools to help you to clear those. And as you read through the book, your vibration will hopefully be lifted, and you may become aware of any blockages that you may have. I was lucky to do the heart chakra, which is a very dear one for me. It's just connecting with the heart is so important, and that's writing the book's been a great reminder of how important that really is. And the new world is all about living through your heart, trying to be less ego driven and connecting to your heart, which is your soul, which is hopefully what will help a lot of people reading this book align to at the same time.
Yeah, and I think that's a wonderful way to put it. It's going to help you to align, because Kim talked about alignment. You're talking about alignment, and it's like tuning into that station that is going to help you develop your life and the way you feel about yourself and the people around you. So, Chris, thank you so much for joining us, and we do look forward to meeting you again when the book's published and people are reviewing it. And then we might come back and see what we can do to support people even further. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to introduce you to the amazing Deborah. Deborah and I have worked really, really hard to get this book looking brilliant for you. Kim made sure it is power-packed, and we made sure that it's readable. And Deborah was our amazing artist who created so many elements of the book and worked really, really hard. So, Deborah, I can't wait to hear why you joined this project and what it is that you feel people will get out of reading this amazing book. So don't answer that until I've got you pinned.
It was a real pleasure to be invited to be a part of this beautiful collaboration. And one of the reasons that I decided to be a part of it was because when we come together, the energies amplify, and we can have a far greater impact when we can share and journey together as opposed to alone. And so it was extraordinary actually to channel for this book and receive in a way that I never had before. In fact, at times I almost felt like I needed to turn the tap down a little bit because information was just bursting to come through to help. And that is what I hope. That's my biggest hope for people who come into contact with this book, is that they feel supported and helped through their life right now. And there are so many treasures within every chapter of this book, which will provide people with something for the moment that they're in and enable them to feel a connection to themselves and to that beautiful wider energy that surrounds all of us, so that they don't feel like they're traveling alone or need to bumble along for decades and nut things out for themselves. Like, help is here right now. And that was the really powerful message that I got as this wonderful collaboration came together. It's been amazing to be a part of.
It really has been incredible. And you're right, you know, that the energy of the book is just, it bounces off the page, doesn't it? Which is, with all of our different personalities and characters and tuning into different energies, it's really a powerful book. And Deborah, your Canva expertise has grown exponentially through the whole process, and you've done an amazing job doing the artwork for it. And so thank you so very much for all that you've done and contributed to this book. Thank you.
It's been a huge amount of fun.
It has indeed. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
And thank you, Chris, and have a wonderful day. To the authors of our wonderful book, Channeled Soul Messages, Guidance for Thriving in the World Today. I'm so excited that this arrived today. And it's just wonderful to feel the energy of the book that you put your heart and soul into. And to introduce you to two beautiful authors, Annette, who did chapter 2, which was a sacral chakra, and Sharon, who did chapter 5. Is that correct, Sharon? Yeah, and that is the throat chakra. And I did the sacral chakra, the third one. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the chakras and at the end of the video. So don't worry too much if you don't know what we're talking about. So the first person I'm going to introduce is the lovely Annette Green. And you might see her lovely cat Maisie as well, because she has been darting around quite a lot, which is lovely. Annette is an amazingly powerful spiritual woman who you read the Akashic records, you are a Reiki master, and you do something called body mastery, which sounds absolutely phenomenal. And I'd like to ask you, Annette, and please don't answer till before I've pinned you. That will all come clear in a moment. I'm not really going to stick pins in, Annette. I want to ask you, what inspired you to become an author in this wonderful book? Hold on 1 minute, let me pin you. Okay, there you are, my darling, you're pinned. Thank you.
Hi, Susie. Hi, Susie. I have always loved words, the written word. I've grown up loving reading and writing in various ways. And so what is wonderful about channeling, which isn't what you're asking, but I'm just going to go there, is that spirit speaks through me, and the way that the words and the sentences and the structure of the documents are framed is a framework in which spirit comes through with messages, and I get to express them with the wealth of skill that I have, which I absolutely love. And
Wow.
That makes me feel like I haven't answered the question.
You've answered it in a deeper way than I asked it, and that is that, you know, you're telling us what happens through the channeling process, which a lot of people won't really understand. So that explanation is really, really valuable. Thank you very much. You also use the chakra, the sacral chakra, Can you just explain a little bit about the sacral chakra for me so that people understand it, and how, when they read your particular chapter, that might help them?
Yes, Susie. The sacral chakra, broadly speaking, is about creativity. It sits in alignment with our reproductive organs, which is no accident. And so there's there's a birthing there. There is an incubation period. It's the place where we hold our abilities to bring something new to the world. And the way in which my chapter might assist people is to spark a little flame of hope in them that they can co-create and collaborate with whomever is in their life and their sphere of influence to bring something beautiful to the world, because we can feel jaded, and this chapter hopefully sparks a light of hopefulness that, oh gosh, I can refresh whoever I am, whatever parts of my life feel that they need refreshing, and I can bring something beautiful, sparkly, delightful, and joyful to the world.
Oh, that's an absolutely superb answer. Thank you very, very much. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people watching about yourself or about the chapter that you wrote?
Yes, for all that I have studied and done and been and continue to be and bring to the world, I have loved the opportunity to channel a chapter in this book alongside beautiful authors. It's enhanced my personal growth, and I just hope that this gift is a part of something that enables people to reach a little higher, a little further, to feel refreshed, to rest in who they are, where they are right now, but to feel hopeful.
Oh, that's a beautiful way to end. Thank you very, very much. That's wonderful. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce you to Sharon. Sharon's a spiritual artist, and she has many, many strings to her bow. And Sharon, you wrote the 5th chakra section, and I would like you to tell people, why did you choose to join this group of women and write this book? Hold on a minute while I pin you. There you go. Okay.
Thank you so much, Susie. I chose to join in Kim's channeling group because I wanted to learn more about channeling, because I know that I do this automatically. And when the opportunity came up to be part of a book, I was really excited because I've always wanted to write a book. And then I didn't really have the confidence to write my own book on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And when the opportunity came up to join others, I felt really excited that I was going to be included in something. So I was really excited to actually get started.
And did you have a particular section that really sort of spoke to you in a big way?
I really enjoyed all of the topics in the chapters, but I really liked discernment, because I didn't even know what the word discernment meant, and I had to Google it, And so once I actually read all about it and started channeling, I learned so much more myself about discernment and how we judge and stuff like that. And I just found that chapter really amazing. And then when everybody started sending me in their requests to put in the part of discernment, and I read everybody else's take on it, I was like, oh wow, this is really incredible. We've got something really special here.
Excellent. Oh, thank you. And obviously, for the people that are listening, I'd like to know, what takeaways would you like them to have when they've read your chapter or the whole book, whichever you want to answer, really?
Yeah. I really hope when they read through our book that they get a sense that we're all different, because all of our authors, we are all different people. We're all women in business, but we're also very different people. And you can see that in how we've written and channeled our work. And I hope that people, what they take away is that they can see on this beautiful planet of ours that we can have a bit more of an understanding of each other and how we come across to others, and take away the fact that this is a beautiful space we all live on, planet Earth, and we're also lucky to be here and have each other.
Absolutely. And I think that's a really valuable point, that not only did 7 women come together to write this book and create the book, because there's a lot more to writing a book than just writing a book. And now we've got this fantastic opportunity to share it with the world. And so thank you so much for contributing your lovely energy to this, Sharon, and let's see where it goes from here. So thank you very much. Bless you.
Thank you very much, Susie. It's wonderful being here.
So, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. This concludes the second part of our introducing the authors. We're not sure what the next stage is, but we do believe there's more to come. So I look forward to spending more time with you and sharing people's life stories in the future. And that's sort of let the cat out of the bag. So we'll come back to that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and do feel free to ask any questions. All of the details about all of the authors are below this video, and we will all be very, very happy to answer your questions. And we do hope that you get a great deal out of your book, and do share it with others. And let's see how your world transforms. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Sharon, for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you, Annette.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Bye. I felt it might be useful to explain what the chakras are and read a little bit out of the book for you, so please enjoy. Our first chapter was written by Kim, and it's the first energy centre, or the root base chakra. And you will see this at the very bottom of this image. Kim says, it's known as the first chakra. It is the base of your spine and is associated with the earth element, helping you feel rooted in your life with a sense of belonging, safety and security. It allows you to have the base level of knowing and a foundation for living life at its highest level, assisting you to manage challenges and have a sense of stability. I hope that helps you understand the root chakra. And in our second chapter, Annette says, while the root chakra can be described as the vehicle of the body, the sacral chakra is viewed as its temple. And it is here that your own needs and desires may be explored. This chakra is seated in the sacrum, the lower abdomen, around the reproductive system, and focuses on all aspects of physical comfort or satisfaction. And our third chapter, written by myself, says, we learn best when we create layers of understanding, and the Manipura or solar plexus chakra is working with information from the root and sacral chakras and sending information to the heart. Isn't that interesting? The Manipura is found by putting your hand on your belly button. Let your little finger rest on your belly button, and your palm is now over the solar plexus. Just for a moment, allow the warmth from your hand to soften this area. Take some full breaths into your hand, feeling the rise and fall of your body, and notice any changes. In your imagination, let each breath into your hand be bright sunshine yellow, and imagine that the breath is swirling inside your Manipura. Your light is being charged up, and you might begin to feel the flames of love in some way. And our fourth chapter, written by Chris, says the heart chakra is in the centre of the chest above the heart. It's also referred to as the heart space. It represents moving from the ego to love, feeling the energies being presented, having feelings of unconditional love, compassion, empathy, forgiveness and joy as you go about your day. It holds the deep truths inexpressible through words alone. It is associated with the element of air, which, like love, is all around you. An open heart chakra allows you to see all the beauty and love around and truly connect to your core being, encouraging self-love. And our 6th chapter, channeled by Deborah, focuses on the third eye chakra, located between the eyes. It's also widely understood to be connected to the physical pineal gland, which sits as a pea-sized organ between the 2 hemispheres of the brain. There is much you can study about the pineal gland, including how it has been depicted throughout human history, its role in the human body and its metaphysical qualities. It is believed that an activation, unblocking and awakening of the third eye can link a person to their innate knowing, their intuition, and to the wider perception of their connectedness to all that is. And our 7th chapter, channeled by Carolina, describes the crown chakra, which you'll find at the top of your head, radiating upwards. It's linked to the brain and the nervous system and associated with spirit, wisdom, unity and self-knowledge. And Carolina, in her chapter, describes that and explores that connection between the crown chakra and the mysteries of life. It is my hope that you have now a greater understanding of the book and the authors, and we wish you every joy in every word that you read in this wonderful book. And if you would like to ask us any questions or would like to be interviewed yourself about the book, then please get in touch with us. Thank you.